recently reread my favorite news article of all time recently. It's about why Forrest Gump 2 was canceled. So if you don't know, Eric Roth, I've been working on the script for about 7 years, and he'd just been sitting around waiting for big world events to happen so he could put Forrest Gump into them. And that just sounds like the best job ever. Tom, this guy just got to sit around, watch the news, do a bump of coke, and then put Forrest Gump into it. Oh man, what if Forrest was like in the back of O.J. Simpson's Bronco during the chase? That's real. That was in the script. And I can now see why he had that job. That's perfect. That is classic Forrest Gump right there. But some issues came around when he submitted the first draft on September 10th, 2001. Now, the way this story goes down really just proves to me that everyone in Hollywood is a narcissistic psychopath, because Tom Hanks, director Robert Zemeckis, and Eric Roth met to discuss the viability of Forrest Gump 2 like a few hours after 9/11. Like at 1:30 on 9/11. You know, right after brunch. All right, we'll get through this. But yeah, I mean, they definitely talked about Forrest Gump 2 before talking to most of their loved ones. You know, literally didn't let the dust settle on that one. What's crazy to me, though, is that they had written Forrest into the Oklahoma City bombing already. And around 170 people died in that one. So that means to these guys, there is a line between 170 and 3K, where all of a sudden putting a mentally handicapped guy from Mississippi into it is just not socially acceptable. What is that line? I really want to know. Like, if they only got one tower, would we have got Forrest Gump 2? Would Tom Hanks have been there being like, no, I mean, we still got the one. We still got the one. It's totally in bounds. It's totally in bounds. Put old Forrest up in that plane. You know, I think they should do it now, right now. I mean, Tom Hanks, he really hasn't had a home run in a while. Like, let's be honest. You know, he's made some attempts, but he really hasn't had, you know, anything like his glory days. Forrest Gump stops 9/11. That's a grand slam for my generation. Grand slam was just fun playing. Now, I never flown a plane before, but it wasn't that hard. I put it down in a big body of water, and we cut to another Tom Hanks on the ground, reprising his role as Captain Sully Sullenberger, watching the whole thing like, oh, that's really cool. I should try that sometime.